What's going on, guys? Almost Form coming at you guys today with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about our wide receiver rookie, Jameson Williams, finally set to return back to practice. The man's been out for a while, about 10 months. Had that ACL tear back in January 10th in that national championship game versus Georgia, and I think he was having a pretty decent game before he got hurt. Surgery less than a week later around. So I don't know, roughly around January 15th, maybe had a few days of rest, January 13th, January 15th. Don't really know the exact date, but it's been 10 months until he's been able to actually practice football. He's obviously been doing other things on the side, but rehab was very key, and it was trying to heal up that ACL that they kind of built a new one for him when they gave him the surgery. So he's finally set to practice, and this opens up a 21-day window to evaluate him and see where he's at and see if he can play or not. Now, there's always a chance that he might not be able to play. There's always that chance. But it looks like, 95%, 99% chance he's playing. It doesn't look like he's not going to play. Dan Campbell has come out and said, he's kind of been all over the place a little bit through the months about where this guy's going to be, when he's going to be ready, what's going to happen when he comes back. But they kind of confirmed that he's going to practice. They've done that in less than a week. He's finally set to practice. Practiced yesterday. No setbacks that we heard of anyways, so everything's good there. Now, Dan Campbell said he's not going to play this Thursday versus the Buffalo Bills, the Thanksgiving Day game at Ford Field. It would have been nice, but that's not going to happen unless they make some kind of announcement tomorrow. But it's not going to happen, and it looks like he's set to return in December. Now, since he was activated Monday, that gives 21 days. Like I said, so could he be playing against the Jaguars, which is December 4th, week 13, at home? Or is he playing against the Minnesota Vikings, December 11th, week 14, at home? Now, like I said, this is a 21-day window. If they don't have a decision made before, if he doesn't play in this Vikings game, then he's not going to play. It's just, he won't be playing because that's pretty much the cutoff point right there. And then if he doesn't play, he's done for the year. That's how it goes. If he has any type of setback, or if they don't think he's ready, he doesn't think he's ready, then he's literally getting shelved. But it looks like he's probably going to play against the Jaguars. That's my guess. And at worst, week 14 against the Minnesota Vikings. So you're going to see him within the next couple of weeks. We're just not going to see him, I believe, against Buffalo Bills. It's just not going to happen. But you know what this kid's all about. His college numbers were incredible. He did play 2 years at OSU and 1 year at Alabama where he completely went off. He had 94 catches, 1,838 yards, out of 19.6 yards per reception, 18 touchdowns. That's total for 3 years of college football. 20 touchdowns total if you count the 2 kick returns he had as well as an Alabama Crimson Tide. But he only played in 10 games at OSU, okay? Now, he had 15 catches, 266 yards, still at 18 yards per catch, 3 touchdowns. He was behind 2 first-round picks in Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson, who are 2 studs in the NFL right now, okay? Wilson hasn't played, I don't think, as good as Olave, but Wilson's had some big games. But he's still a first-round pick, and Olave's been going nuts lately, so he's playing phenomenal. So, but he was behind some players. He was literally behind some players, at OSU. Decided that what, these guys are really good. He transferred, want to get more playing time. Alabama scooped him up, and he was an absolute stud. 79 catches, 1,572 yards, at a 19.9 yards per reception. And 15 touchdowns, 17 total, if you count the 2 kick returns, at Alabama. He was an absolute force. Him and Bryce Young had a phenomenal connection. It was down the field. It was separation. It was all gravy for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now he's here, and he pairs up with guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Chark, Josh Reynolds, if he can ever get healthy, Khalif Raymond, and Tom Kennedy. Now, who's going to be the odd man out? I'm guessing it's going to be Tom Kennedy. I don't see why it would be anybody else. It's just money speaks for itself. And I think you got more play from the other guys anyways. You got Khalif Raymond's not getting shelved. Chark, even though he hasn't done anything great, he's not going to get shelved. And Amon-Ra obviously is not going to get shelved. And Josh Reynolds, it's probably going to, Josh Reynolds might not even play at all the rest of the year. That back injury is nagging. So we might see St. Brown, Chark, Raymond, Kennedy, and Jamal Williams. And Jameson Williams, sorry. So, and then pair that up with Jamal Williams at running back, Justin Jackson, and DeAndre Swift. It's a potent offense, man. And then you got Jared Goff, taking care of the football, just being smart with the ball, hopefully, and then we can be okay. Now there's talks out there, and this is not just coming from me. There's talks out there. There's polls out there. If you go to Twitter, even though I can look at Twitter, I can't comment anymore. Elon Musk, what are you doing? There's concern that Jared Goff can't get him the football down the field. We've seen Jared Goff throw the ball past 20, 25 yards. It's not with a lot of accuracy. It's not with a lot of zip. And it's a little bit concerning. I'm not overly concerned, like, oh my God, this is it, we're done. We've seen what Jared Goff did with the LA Rams. We've seen it, okay? He had that arm strength, with Brandon Cooks. Who else did he have down there? He had a couple other guys, man. He's got Cooper Kupp. He's got Cooper Kupp. He had some other guys he was throwing the ball downfield to as well. Then he got that injury. And then his arm strength wasn't as strong. That's fine, man. The grip's not good on his throwing hand, apparently, on that right hand. His arms declined. I'm not overly concerned about this, man. I'm not overly concerned about it. It is what it is. Jameson Williams is set to return, 6'2", 190 pounds. Let's see what he can do. Hopefully Goff can get him the ball down the field. If that's what it takes, then we can move on from there. This is not about Jared Goff. I shouldn't even be talking about him because, people get too butthurt about it. I shouldn't even be saying this should be a moment for Jameson Williams. But there's legitimate concern out there. But that's whatever it is, man. That's whatever it is. The rookie phenom, hopefully rookie phenom, is set to finally return. Practicing now. When does he play? Maybe next week. And that's it, man. You got a guy that lives on the deep ball, can do crosses, can do slants. He's a good route runner, good with the ball in his hands. He's had a couple drops in college, but this is not a draft profile. But the kid's gonna be, he's gonna bring a dynamic to this offense that we haven't seen in a while. He's gonna bring a dynamic, man. If you're talking about a guy that can get downfield, he can get downfield. Will he lose a step or two because of this injury? I don't know, man. The medicine is so advanced nowadays. He might even be stronger. But he could lose a step. He's got that 4.2 speed. I think he was saying that he's clocked. And this is him saying this is when he wasn't healthy, that he was clocked at 4.4. I know 4.2 and 4.4 are different. But this was months ago. He was saying this, that he's still clocked at 4.4, and he will be just as fast as he was before when he's fully healthy. So he's healthy. Let's see where he's at. I'm sure the clocks will be on him. I'm sure there'll be some timers out there by whoever, and might get leaked out. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out in probably a week of what this kid's, or 2 weeks. 2 weeks because we don't play this Sunday. We obviously play this Thursday. But this kid's a freak of nature. He's a freak of nature with his speed. He lives off his speed with the long strides, freakishly long strides, and he blows by people. Now this is the NFL. It's a totally different game, but they traded up to get this kid for a reason, man. For a reason, because they thought he was going to be a dynamo, and hopefully he becomes that dynamo in this offense, man. hopefully becomes that dynamo. Hopefully we can get him the football, and hopefully he can score a bunch of touchdowns and make Brad Holmes look good again. Because Brad Holmes, I think, has been looking really good as of late. You know, winning cures all, man. Winning cures all. His picks have been kind of coming through slowly but surely. Hopefully Jamo's the next one. But thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the bottom right. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Get all my videos. Don't forget to like, share, comment this out. Jamo's back in the building. He's going to play. He's going to practice. Hope he plays against Jacksonville or Minnesota. Go Lions, one pride, baby. Bang.